time and time again.
I need to see it. I need to see it. I don't need the little bitch ass feelings. I need to see it. We got a lot of little cowardly ass bitches up out of here, call themselves Falcons fans. Keep talking all this shit about what somebody is and what somebody is. Bring your little bitch asses to the stage. Bring y'all punk asses to the fucking stage. Everybody talking all this shit when the boy down, but when he was actually putting up numbers, when he was actually good, y'all quiet as fuck. As soon as he go down, y'all start talking this, Penix ain't it, Penix ain't it, Penix ain't it. We have been riding the coattails of Bijan Robinson and turnovers for the last 3 to 4 games against some of the worst teams in the NFL. Okay? Kirk Cousins did not his first start against a terrible team in the Miami Dolphins. Guess what? He looked like shit. Looked like absolute horse shit. But guess what we do? We ignore it. I want you little punk motherfuckers to get y'all asses up in here. This is your opportunity to bring your little bitch asses to the stage and show us proof. Outside of your little fucking feelings, get your ass up in here and tell me I need to see it. I need proof. I need proof that somebody sucks. Bring your little punk asses to the stage. All you motherfuckers love to talk shit about somebody when they down. But I need fucking proof. Tell me what the proof is. It's fucking amazing that a guy could be in his first 2 years in the season, and after 2 seasons, okay? After 2 seasons in the NFL, guess what happens? Everybody say he fucking sucks. 2 years, okay? Let me put this in perspective. There's a quarterback, okay? There's a quarterback that played for a certain team. In his first 2 years as a quarterback. Okay? I'm gonna pull up some numbers for you fuck ass people. Okay? Because that's what y'all are. Y'all some fuck ass people. And I'm with the shit today. So bring it. Okay? I want to put this in perspective because, like, one thing that we love to do as Falcons fans, and this is why I am so happy. I want Raheem Morris to bring his ass back because we deserve hell. We deserve to lose. We deserve everything that we getting right now. We deserve it, Falcons fan. This is your fault. This is your fault. We are in absolute misery because of you. I'm glad the Georgia Bulldogs embarrassed themselves last night because Georgia fans, you deserve it. You deserve all the hell that you're getting. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Okay? So let me see something. Because I think that's pretty fun. There's a quarterback that could quite possibly be headed to the NFL Hall of Fame. It's a quarterback that is due to be a Hall of Famer. He was a Green Bay Packers, okay? A Green Bay Packers quarterback for years. This particular guy was it. Okay? He was it. Putting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of 4,000 yards passing. This particular quarterback, in his first 3 years as a quarterback, sat on the damn bench. He looked like absolute horseshit. Okay? First 3 years of his career, he sat on the bench and did absolutely nothing. He learned and he learned and he learned. Because we're going to give you guys a little bit of history lesson, because this is what happens with Falcons fans. If it's not happening in the time that you want, you just want to throw everybody in the trash. And the guys that's been in the league for 450,000 years, these guys get passes. This boy, 40-something years old, been in the league ever since he was 20, and he gets pass after pass after pass and say, well, he's not ready to be a head coach. He's been in the league 20-plus years, and he still hasn't learned at this particular point how to lead a team, how to get a team to the playoffs. He hasn't learned this yet. And yet a quarterback that hasn't even played 2 fucking years in the NFL, you guys saying, well, the offense looks so much better without him. Where's the fucking proof outside of your fucking feelings? Where's the proof? Okay, so this particular quarterback that I'm talking about, 3 years. In 3 years, this quarterback had 218, 46, and 65. Okay, 460, 65, 46, and 218 in his first 3 years in the NFL. So it took 3 years for this particular quarterback to find himself. This particular quarterback went up to be a legend. This quarterback went on to be a fucking legend in the game. Nobody would have seen that this guy, after playing 3 years in the NFL, doing nothing. He did nothing but hold clipboards for 3 years straight. This particular quarterback did. Yeah. I'm going to give you a whole list of quarterbacks that were just absolute horse crap. Because I find it funny that a lot of these people just, you say these things and you want to give, you want to give like, you want to talk about stuff that is just, all right, based on how your feelings, to appease your personal feelings. Okay? Let me go on to the another quarterback. Okay, that's just one quarterback. Okay, and I'm gonna give you all of these guys. Okay, give you all of these guys, these quarterbacks, in their first 2 to 3 years. Because what, like we have this thing where we say we like to have proof. Fuck your feelings. We need proof. Okay. I don't give a damn about cussing you out. I don't give a damn about you getting your fucking feelings. We need proof around here. So if you can't bring proof and you just want to talk, that's so be it. But we like proof. We like numbers to go what the hell we talking about. Okay? So here's another quarterback. This particular quarterback, I'm going to give you 5 of his first years, okay? Because we're gonna paint a broad picture. We're gonna put a broad picture when it comes down to a quarterback. Okay, so this particular quarterback, in his first 5 to 6 years, and we're gonna give him his numbers in his first 5 to 6 years. Okay, because what you won't do is try to tear a guy down because you don't want this guy, or you feel like this guy isn't it. So this guy in his first year as quarterback, 935 5 yards, 2,282 yards, 570, 680, 1,001, 427, 2,517. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. This particular quarterback did absolutely nothing. And then magically, in his 7th year, he finds it. Okay? That's one quarter. That's another quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's another quarterback right here. So we like numbers, we like proof, we like to put our money where our mouth is, not just run your damn mouth and make up these insane numbers and come up with these insane stats to fit your argument. Okay? Here's another quarterback. I want to give you guys another quarterback. First 2 years as an NFL quarterback. Okay? First 2 years in the NFL as a quarterback. 96 yards, 1,795. Okay? First two years of his career. That's it. 95 and 1,700. That guy started 17 and played 15 games that season. He only put up 1,700 yards when he played in 15 games. Okay? And I can look up Jim Plunkett. Because I love the fact that people only want to bring up certain things because of their feelings. And they don't look at the reality of football. $2,158, 2,196, 25, 50, 24, 500, 15, 92, 1,600. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, those numbers just pop. Look, those numbers just pop out, though. Those numbers just pop out. And look, I want to throw another one up there. Let me see if I can get another one. Because I love how these fans love to put a player down, but when you ask them specific questions, they leave and they don't want to talk about it. Here's another Hall of Fame quarterback in his first 2 years in the league, okay? One of the great quarterbacks we've seen in this game. And this particular guy, name is Steve McNair. Steve Air McNair. First 2 years as quarterback, okay? In the NFL. 569, 1,197, 2665, 3228, 2179, 2847. This guy put up over 30,000 passing yards in his career. Would anybody say that Steve McNair is trash? Would anybody dare say that? Would anybody dare say that? I don't think you would be saying the same thing for Air McNair. And the funny part about all of this, even with with Michael Penix, they have the mitigated gall to pretend like he was absolutely like who in the hell was Kirk Cousins? In his first few years in the NFL. Do we want to talk about how he looked as an NFL quarterback in his first few years in the NFL? Because he barely put up 1,000 yards in his first two seasons as a quarterback. You know he was a backup, right? Because it's funny that like these things happen, and we put down a guy like Michael Penix compared to a guy that's been in the league for 14 years. Kirk Cousins has been in the league for 14 years, and we're ready to throw Michael Penix in the absolute garbage can for a guy that's been in the league for 14 years. Huh? We want to compare to a guy that's in his second year to a guy that's been in the league 14 years and then say stuff like, well, the offense looked better. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it should be. Did anybody know what Greg Maddux looked like before he got to the Braves? Until he got? Huh? Anybody want to talk about Greg Maddux and how he looked in his first few years as a pitcher? Does anybody want to talk about how John Smokes looked like before he was traded to the Atlanta Braves? Does anybody want to talk about that? We live in a society right now. If you're not good immediately, guess what? You're trash. Let's get rid of them. Let's not even wait to develop them. We're not going to wait on anything. We need everything now. The San Diego Chargers screwed themselves because they weren't patient with Drew Brees. Had the 49ers weren't patient enough to develop Joe Montana properly, guess what? They would have missed out on the champion. If the 49ers weren't patient enough for Steve Young, guess what? They wouldn't have gotten to a point where he became a champion, a two-time champion, might I add. Steve Young, in his first 5 years as a quarterback, absolutely sucked. But he went to the 49ers in San Francisco. He learned how to play the position. They put him in a position where he could learn the position and learn how to be a better quarterback. And he became a Hall of Famer because we were patient with him. Joe Montana, in his first 2 years in the NFL, wasn't the quarterback that everybody thought he was. But they were patient with him. And he became the greatest quarterback to ever lace him up. Because they were patient with him. They didn't judge him because he wasn't putting up Hall of Fame numbers immediately. They understood that they needed to put coaching around him. They understood that they needed to put a level of talent around him, a running game, an offensive line. They had a coaching. They understood that. But we got Atlanta Falcons fans because we have, and it's not just Atlanta Falcons fans. This is the way of the world right now. If you're not winning right now, guess what? Let's throw it all away in the trash. This is why we got this bum-ass fucking head coach. and Raheem Morris because we keep shopping in the same dumpster. It was a dumpster when we fucking got rid of him. He was one of the main reasons why we lost the Super Bowl to begin with. He tried to hold on the coattails of Kyle Shanahan, and it failed. He tried to hang on the coattails of Dan Quinn, and it failed. He was a bum-ass coach then, and he's a bum-ass coach now. This is how you know when a guy can't coach, is because everything that he needs to succeed has to be old and decrepit. You got a 30-year-old wide receiver and David Seals getting 500 snaps for 17 catches on the year, but you cannot put a Casey Washington and get the best out of a Casey Washington. You can't put Darnell Mooney in a game and get the best out of a Darnell Mooney. You can't put Nick Nash, Chris Blair, all these guys in here. You can't put these guys in the game and can't get the best out of them. But you want to point the finger at Michael Penix and say Michael Penix sucks because we didn't win games. It's embarrassing to be a Falcon fan. It's embarrassing to be associated with a group of people that don't even take their time to look at numbers and look at the film in itself. It's embarrassing to be associated with you guys. Because the proof is right there in your face. We want to talk about, man, look at the wins, man. We want to talk about looking at the wins. This same organization allowed Mike LaFleur to leave. We just allowed him to, didn't even give him a shot to be the offensive coordinator. We just told him to get the fuck out of here. Didn't look at him, didn't give him a chance, nothing. He just said, nope, bye, Mike. And left. And look what he's doing right now. We allowed these guys and Mike McDaniel to leave and didn't even give these guys an opportunity. And you wondering why the Atlanta Falcons lose. And we focused for years. We looked at Matt Ryan time and time again and say, yep, we're not getting to the Super Bowl because it's all Matt Ryan's fault. He's not as clutch as he says he is. Y'all have an emotional attached to bullshit and then wondering when you got a good thing, you don't appreciate a good thing. You got an emotional attachment to a fucking loser and Michael Vick. He's a fucking loser and he was a fucking bum when he was with the Atlanta Falcons. You have an emotional attachment to absolute garbage and Kirk Cousins. Why? Because he won a couple of games against the Cardinals, the Saints, and a fucking Bucs team that been on an 8 game fucking losing streak. You got an emotional attachment to fuck shit. You got an emotional attachment to a big, fat, sloppy nothing. Because this is exactly what the Atlanta Falcons organization is. We have an attachment to fuck shit. We listen to stupid motherfuckers like T.I. that say Matt Ryan don't represent this Falcon organization. Guess what Mike Vick does? Y'all have an emotional attachment to absolute horse shit. And you want to sit up here and tell me that the Atlanta Falcons are in the Falcons are better because we handed the ball. Bijan Robinson in the last 4 to 5 games, this motherfucker done put up by 500 yards rushing his damn self, and we pointing the finger at Kirk Cousins saying, "Well, Kirk Cousins, the offense looked better because of Kirk Cousins." Are you fucking kidding me? We just saw again. Well, Kyle Pitts going off for 3, 4, 5 games straight, and then the magic Kirk Cousins didn't even look his fucking way in the game. The guy that you said that was better than Michael Penix, he can't even give Michael Penix the ball. But I'm supposed to believe that this offense looks so much better. We got guys calling us out. We're not even throwing the Drake London in games. There's a games where Drake London don't touch the ball. There are games where Kyle Pitts don't touch the ball. There are games where Darnell Mooney, he ain't even running routes. He getting pushed and he's getting pushed around. He's getting pressed, and he can't even get off the damn line of scrimmage. But I'm supposed to believe that Kirk Cousins is better than Michael Penix. BP, they fired Sark for no reason after Matt Ryan put up better numbers than his MVP year. So we can sit up here and talk about numbers and all of that. And this guy was better than it. This guy better than this. But when you start talking about what the truth is, people love to ignore what the truth is. This man came into y'all house, said he represent all Atlanta, and then the greatest player and the greatest quarterback this organization has ever had, putting up numbers with Julio Jones. Quinteros ain't been shit without Matt Ryan. Roddy Wright would rather retire than play for anybody else. That should speak volumes. Roddy Wright would rather quit the NFL, retire, than play with any other quarterback. And I'm supposed to believe that Michael Penix ain't nothing. The Atlanta Falcons did not even see good in Kirk and Raheem Morris when he had an opportunity to be the head coach. They said then that he wasn't ready. The Falcons said no to him the first time he had an opportunity to be a head. What changed in a year? Nothing. Now we see it's nothing. The Falcons had it right the first time. But because you niggas and Negroettes decided that we need to bring in the guy that's for the culture. We need to get a quarterback that can run and he'll be able to. Well, we did that. We brought in a quarterback that could run, Negro, run, nigga, run. We did that. We brought in a quarterback that can run. We sure did. Anybody remember that quarterback when we brought him in? Huh? Y'all remember that? Because I do. I remember when we brought in a mobile quarterback, because you guys say if we would just bring in a quarterback that could run, it would solve all of our issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We brought in the quarterback that ran for 438 yards. Yep. And Marcus Mariota. Because you guys said y'all wanted a mobile quarterback. The mobile quarterback would be able to answer a lot of our issues. Guess what? It didn't. You guys said you would support another black quarterback if he was to come into Atlanta. You said you would support him. Guess what happened? A half-breed came in here and y'all wanted to throw him in the trash can because he looked too much like Russell Wilson. Y'all didn't want a half-breed. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough to bring in a guy that was ethnic in his own right in Marcus Mariota. It wasn't good enough to bring in a Desmond Ridder. It wasn't good enough to bring in a Michael Penix. That's not good enough. It's not good enough to bring in the guys that you guys said you wanted for years. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough to bring in a quarterback that can run. It wasn't good enough to bring in a head coach that was actually a tough-minded individual. It wasn't good enough. We don't want Michael Penix either. This is the whole point. Falcons fans, you're the problem. It's not the quarterback. It's not what Mad Mike is saying, and it's not what everybody else in this is. It's your fault. Y'all don't support anything, and you forget all the bullshit that's right in your face. Marcus Mariota rushed for down there 500 yards, and y'all didn't give a damn. He rushed for down there 500 yards, and y'all did not care. Y'all didn't give a flying. Y'all didn't give a shit about Mayhem. Y'all said that if we just get a mobile quarterback in here, it'll change the offense. Well, we did that, and it didn't. The truth of the matter is, listen, the Falcons never want to trust in the development of their quarterbacks. And this has been the case ever since going back to Brett Favre. We didn't want to trust the system. We didn't want to trust that we would be able to get. Now, there were some other things largely due to addiction, but like we didn't want to trust the development system of their quarterback. The one time that we did it right, we got it right. But instead of going back to that formula, guess what we did? We went right back into it. And I love the fact that this Braves guy keep bringing up this guy. It's funny. It's funny that you keep saying this because we're saying another instance where even this is an absolutely pathetic. This is one of the most pathetic quarterbacks in the history of the game. Lamar Jackson is an absolute joke. How do you have one of the greatest runs ever in terms of what he's been presented with? A good organization that brings in talent, that knows how to build a defense, that knows how to have a good offensive line, how to build a running game. A top 10 defense every year. top 15 defense every year of your career, and guess what happens? You blow it. But hey, everything is gonna be all right. Why? Because he got 2 MVPs. He get in the playoffs, he blows it. But no, it's John Harbaugh's fault. It's the offensive coordinator. I don't know how many times in his tenure it has always been the offensive coordinator's fault. Now that Todd Monken is allegedly a great play caller, it's no longer Todd Monken's problem. Y'all want to point the finger at John Harbaugh now. Now he's the problem. And Lamar Jackson is supposed to change. He can't even change the shit in Baltimore. And Baltimore got better teams. They got better talent than we do. And he can't even do it with better talent. But somehow Lamar Jackson is supposed to come in here and change the Atlanta Falcons culture. Tell me, have the Atlanta Falcons had better defenses than Baltimore year after year? Because I haven't seen it. But Lamar Jackson is supposed to come in here and be the end all and change the fortune of the Atlanta Falcons? How is that? You being such a fangirl of Penix clouds your judgment, you try to push your ridiculous narratives on people. Stop. I love it, little coochie boy. See, this is what happens when you tell the truth, because he hasn't said anything about the truth that I've told. He went straight to name calling. See, when you start tickling their fannies and tickling, getting their little coochie wet, yeah, this is what happens, y'all. Y'all see it on full display. He didn't say I was right or I was wrong. He just said I was a fanboy of Michael Penix. And you know what's interesting? I never pulled out no stats. Very few stats of Michael Penix. This show has been about every other quarterback and the patience of developing the quarterback. But a little coochie boy like this, like little coochie boy, I mean, he looked like a half-breed too, so that's probably why he's mad. He looked like a half-breed that's mad that he probably ain't fully black. That's probably what he's mad at too. Come on, little yellow boy, you want to come on the show? Because I want you to paint a picture that I'm a Penix fan. Come on here and let's see if you can put 2 words together. Because you can put 2 words together in that chat real well. Let's see if you can talk. You can come on here and speak your piece. Little Red boy, Little Red Riding Hood. Come on, let's get in here. Can you put 2 words together? Are you man enough to come in here and prove your point that Mike is a Penix fan? Come on, little Red Riding Hood. Can you do it? Can you put 2 words together and say, hey? I don't put narratives together. What we do over here, we give you stats and we give you proof. And the fact of the matter is, you want to see little Lamar Jackson twitch your little booty so you can watch him running. That's the problem is. Y'all want to watch Lamar running around like a ballerina in a tutu. Come on, little Red Riding Hood, get on here. Don't bitch up now. And I'm not opposed to Mike Tomlin, but I don't think Mike Tomlin is going to be available. I don't, man. Like it's real interesting when you start calling little fuck ass people out. This is what they do. They stop typing, and they start running. Come on, little Red Riding Hood. Come on, let's go. Because I can talk about them there. Every quarterback in college. I talk about every quarterback in history and present. Come on, little Red Riding Hood. Where you at? Where they at though? Where you at? Let's go, pimp. You running your mouth. Let's go. Come on. All your it's 85 people in here. Bring your little punk asses up in here. See, this is why these motherfuckers in this space don't like what we do, because your bitch asses go to running, you go to talking all that shit, and you go to running when somebody asks you to come to the table. It's comfortable for you guys to stand outside and talk about a motherfucker sitting inside. We got a bunch of bitch-made ass Falcon creative. We got a bunch of bitch-ass fans that sit around and do a whole lot of talking. But when we invite you motherfuckers in, you go to running and ducking and hiding and talking to your cousin and talking to your third auntie about how man Mike and the unholy alliance made you feel. Oh, you made me hurt. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Well, we invite you guys on, and you go to running, you go to hiding, you got to talk about, you made me feel bad. You cursed me out. You hurt my feelings. Come on, little Red Riding Hood. Let's go. Tell me who your boyfriend is, because you clearly have an op. Come on, little Red Riding Hood. Because I've noticed some things too. I've noticed some things too. All these little punk ass Falcon fans, all of them say they dirty bird this and true Falcon for life and all that bullshit. And then you want to talk to them, the motherfucker can't look. They worse than goddamn Herschel Walker. They can't put two sentences together, but they know football. They tell you that you wrong, but they can't even put two fucking words together without stuttering 99 times. We have challenged so many people to have conversations, and guess what they do? They run, nigga, run, 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 nigga, run. I guess little Red Riding Hood. Y'all see what happens? Little Red Riding Hood, he hit and ran. He threw a rocket, man, Mike, and ducked out the back. If you're gonna hit man Mike with something, make sure it's something other than a rock. Because it's gonna take more than a rock to knock me out. Motherfucker can't put two sentences together, but he'll talk about some Mark, you was a Penix fan. No, I'm a quarterback fan, and everybody know that. I know so much about your quarterback, the history of the quarterback position. That's what I do. I watched Lamar Jackson going all the way back to Louisiana. Not Louisiana, but Louisville. That's what I do. I'm a fan of the position. And I know oftentimes that it's very seldom that you see quarterbacks that get it in the first 2 years of their career. It rarely happens. You don't see Peyton Manning's of the world. Even Peyton Manning in his first couple of years, bro, he was a turnover machine. He made a lot of mistakes. He put up numbers, but he made a lot of mistakes, yo. So we got to give these guys grace. We got to give these guys a period to develop. And that's what John was talking about. We got to give these guys an opportunity to fail. In life, we don't give people time to fail and get it right. But we give guys like Raheem Morris that have been in the league 20 years, we want to give him 50 chances to get it over, to get it right. Raheem been in the league for 20 years, okay? And he still don't understand how okay? He still don't know how to get the ball to the playmakers and get the ball into everybody's hands during the course of a game. You've been in the league for 20 years and still don't know how to do that. You still don't know how to coach your guys up to make sure that they get the ball into everybody's hands during the course of a game. You still don't know how to get the ball into hands and make sure that everybody is touching the ball in the course of a game. We got to ride the bingo. Look, I'm going to be real. We got to Bison right now. That motherfucker got mandingo nuts right now. And all we doing is riding. Everybody taking a turn on riding mandingo's nuts. Ain't nobody else getting no turn, okay? Ain't nobody else getting nothing. We just riding the nuts of Bijan Robinson and saying, yep, the offense look better. Ain't nobody else getting no turn. What happened to it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none? Whatever happened to that? What happened to passing the pussy around and letting everybody hit it? Whatever happened to that, people? I want some too. John wants some. Vlad wants some. We all want some. But we riding the ding-a-ling of Bijan Robinson and saying, guess what? The offense looked better. Guess what? Zach Robinson don't look too bad. Oh, Raheem looks like a real good coach now. We riding the nutsacks of Bijan Robinson right now, and everybody's saying with a straight face that Kirk Cousins and this Atlanta Falcons offense is better. It ain't no fun to the homies if the homies can't have none, okay? It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. That's the way of the world. That's the way of life. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Share that ass. Share that shit. Share your wealth. But we riding Bijan every game. This dude getting 25, 35 touches now. And you wondering, like, why the fuck we even got Kyle Pitts and Drake London in the games if they're not even touching the ball? Huh? Why? I don't see how you hate from outside the club and you can't even get in. Oh, they will never challenge me. The only time they challenge Mag Mike is when they bring their little cousins, and their auntie, and their sister, and their brothers too. Nobody would ever challenge me. They only challenge me when I done pissed them off and I done made them look stupid. When we make them look stupid, that's when they want to challenge. Now, when we make them look stupid, that's when they want to challenge us. They won't challenge us to a debate. They won't sit down and say, all right, this is why, and present their argument. They won't do that. They want to tell everybody, man, I can't stand that man, that man, who the hell he think he is? Who the hell they think they is? They ain't the smartest people in the world. All right, come prove us you are smarter. No, I don't think I want to do that. No, I don't think I want to do that. We haven't seen this much at all, and we reverted right back to where we was. Hardly any 13 personnel. Okay? This man, Charlie Warner, has had over 500 snaps, and this dude barely got 10 fucking catches on the season. That's our second tight end, over 500 snaps, and you're trying to tell me with a straight face that Zach Morris, and Raheem Robinson are smart. You trying to convince me that Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson are smart. You trying to convince me that I can't run sideways, right to the left. He can't crisscross. He can't do none of that, but he's the answer to our issues at quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Y'all can't even present these arguments but you stand on the outside and say, see, you don't know what the hell you talking about. The numbers say, well, I showed you the numbers. Man, well, no, man, I need to see the QBR. Well, I showed the QBR. Lamar Jackson's, like, if you talk about QBR, he had one of the highest QBRs in the NFL history just to not make it anywhere in the Super Bowl. Y'all have let these PFF motherfuckers put this nonsense in your head to say this is what a quarterback, because he got a higher QBR, and this is what his worth is. This dude hadn't even been to a damn Super Bowl. But you want to put Michael Penix down because of a fucking QBR? You want me to believe in Lamar Jackson, who ain't been to a fucking Super Bowl, because he got a high QBR, that he's the answer to our prayers? He ain't the answer to his own damn prayers. But I'm supposed to give up my house, my cars, my money, my jewelry, my woman, my children for Lamar Jackson, who ain't even got none of that shit his damn self. So, do I want Kyle Pitts as a Falcon? I believe every quarterback has to have a good tight end, a receiving tight ends. If you look at the history of the quarterback position, and you look at all the greats have had they've had a tight end, a receiving tight end that they can rely on as a security blanket. So I would like Kyle Pitts to be back on that note, because not only do we have Bijan, not only do we have Drake, but no quarterback. It's very few quarterbacks in the NFL, going back to Joe Montana, Dwight. I know y'all remember Dwight. I know y'all remember Dwight in San Francisco. Everywhere in San Francisco, you've seen Tom Brady, good tight ends. You've seen Peyton Manning with good tight ends. You've seen Drew Brees with good tight ends. You've seen Matt Ryan with good tight ends. You've seen Mike Vick with good tight ends. Every quarterback has had a tight end. So absolutely, I want Kyle Pitts. I don't think you can be a successful quarterback if you don't have a tight end that you can rely on in key situations. So my thing is, like, every great quarterback has had that security blanket. So I would love to see Kyle back. Phillip Rivers. I think we all know who Phillip Rivers had. I think we all know who Patrick Mahomes has had. I think we all know, even looking at Philadelphia Eagles right now, we've seen the Cowboys from Jay Novacek to Jason Witten. Like, everywhere you've seen good quarterbacks, they've had a great tight end, a good tight ends. So absolutely, I do. I believe those who want LJ but feel Matt isn't the best quarterback in Falcons history might have trouble ever seeing success. I mean, most people that want Lamar Jackson don't want to win. They want to be entertainment. Most of the people that want Lamar Jackson on their team are the people that don't care about winning. They care more about being entertaining. Now, if you want to come in here and sell tickets, yeah, bring Lamar Jackson in. He'll sell the dome out. The Benz will be sold out. I mean, peeps, that's a good thing. Like, that's another thing. Lamar Jackson got 2 tight ends. Every good quarterback has a tight end. So I don't think you can be successful as a quarterback without a good tight end. But I'm looking for you, Dirty Ho. Dirty Ho ain't been seen since he tried to come in here and try to call me out. Little punk ass ain't been seen since. He'll probably be on somebody else live and saying, "Man, Mike called me a punk, man." You try to give these guys an opportunity to speak their piece and they run like some hoes. Hit and run trolling. Look, I love it. I love it. Dirty Ho ran. I just love that a lot of these fans that have a lot to say, they're not man enough to sit and have an actual conversation with them. No, I don't think that. I don't think they get that. I don't think that. I mean, that's what I mean. That's what I respect that. I respect the man, even if I disagree. I respect the fact that you come in and speak your piece. But step up, speak out, speak loud. Say it loud. Look back on pride. Hey, say it loud. Look back on pride. Say it loud. I'm cool. Mostly the hotels and people like flashing this gush over LJ. And like I said, if that's what you love, so be it. So be it. But you don't have to degrade a player in order to worship a player or to love a player. Because anybody that says Matt Ryan sucks is just a moron. Why? Because he doesn't run? No, it's just he's just not your it's just not your cup of tea. Like I said, I don't like nothing about LeBron James game. I don't. I think he's one of the most overrated guys in the history of the game. That's just me. I'm not a LeBron fan. But I never say he's not a legend because he is. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of these mobile quarterback worshipers. Like they got to put everybody else down because it's something that they like. You enjoy mobile quarterbacks, and so be it. But to say that Matt Ryan sucks and all these other guys suck because you're not getting, you're not entertained, you're not entertained by a particular quarterback, and you got to put him down, like that's crazy. I'm a Lakers fan, and honestly, I would prefer not to have LeBron on the Lakers, but it doesn't mean he's a bad player. And that right there is all I'm saying. Never once said that Lamar Jackson wasn't a great player. Never once said. I just think he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks, overrated people to ever play the quarterback position. I think he's the most overrated quarterback in NFL history, to be honest. Oh, believe it or not, look. See, I love this comment from Falcon Farmer. I see. This is where a lot of people, This is where I think a lot of people miss a lot of things. There's a lot of people in the Bible who followed Jesus that, like, they had daily fights with their language. They had daily fights with their beliefs. We had people in the Bible that denied Jesus 3, 4 times over and over again. They denied it. So when I hear people say, "Well, I don't like this because you're saying it the way you're not saying it the way that," it's like, that don't matter. The people that follow Jesus around, like, do you realize the dude that turned on him was smiling in his face? Oh, the one trying to take your place, the backstabbers. Jesus had backstabbers and he still loved them. Let me say it again. Even Jesus had people that talk crazy, people that curse, people that was slicing people's ears off. You know who sliced people's ears off? Jesus still loved these people. So when I hear some people that may speak differently, like, I don't say, yeah, that guy's a terrible person. Hmm? Peter wasn't a nice guy, y'all, okay? I don't know why people think Peter was a nice guy. Peter was not a nice guy. He will whoop your ass. You fuck around with Jesus, okay? Peter will whoop that ass. I'm just saying. So, all in all, when it comes down to it, come on, John. Come on, man. Look, I'm a believe it or not, I'm a son of a pastor. I know the word. Some of the people that we don't give the time of the day with, because they may say things differently, they might speak differently, they might do things differently. Those people to be the greatest things that ever happened in your life. But you so focused and hung up on the way that they may say things and the way they may do things, you won't even give these guys an opportunity. Look, man, just go to the Bible, okay? Like I said, you ain't got to take my word for it. Peter will whoop your ass about Jesus. He ain't play. Peter was a G. He will not out. This is part of and I didn't mean to take it this way. Take it here. But it's not a lot of nice, like, when we talk about going into you talk about going into Revelations, like, it ain't nothing nice about Revelations. A lot of people gonna die, okay? And a lot of fights gonna be had in it. So I don't know why people get all this image that God just gonna go around and just hug and kiss and how you doing, baby? Yeah, no, God gonna whoop some ass, okay? Jesus gonna come back and whoop some ass, people. So your ass better be prepared. You better be on the right team, because Jesus coming with them hands. Okay? I'm just saying. You better make sure your ass is on the right side, because Jesus come back to whoop some ass, okay? Y'all good? You look, just tell me when I'm lying. That's all I'm saying. John, you laughing because you know it's true. You laughing because you know it's true. Ain't nothing nice about Revelation. The book of Revelation is gonna be a lot of dead motherfuckers, okay? Read that shit and you think Jesus is nice. Read that shit and you think God nice, okay? What the fuck? What the hell's nice about drowning motherfuckers? Ain't nothing nice about that. Fuck with God if you want to. Your ass will be in the puddle drowning like everybody else. thinking that shit, think it up. No, look, okay. Peter whooped some ass, okay? They whooped some ass about Jesus. All I'm saying is don't judge a book by its cover. Give everybody opportunity. Love people for what they are and not because they not like you. Not everybody gonna be like you. Not everybody gonna be able to paint the picture the way that you want it. But that don't mean that person is a bad person because they're not painting the picture and they're not doing things the way that you do it. Yeah, like I said, Revelations is going to look. If you read Revelations, man, it ain't nice, bro. That's all I'm saying. And that right there, my friends, is the bottom line because Mad Mike said so. Continue to support your boy here, Mad Mike Sports, Mad Mike Network, 6MK Live, Jew Talks Sports. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, boy. Like, it ain't gonna be nice, okay? So y'all better get ready. Y'all gotta make sure y'all on the right team because shit is not gonna be. Shit is look right now. It ain't it right now. Everything is not all good. So look, I'm just saying. Don't let these church people. Don't let a lot of these church people try to paint this glorious picture that's gonna be rainbows and sunshine and shit. No, we're gonna see some thunder and bloodshed. Okay, that's coming. And that, my friends, is the bottom line because Mad Mike said so. Peace. I'm out here, man.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.